Yeah.
Yeah, hi, Bill.
Hey, hi. So thanks for joining, everyone. Okay, so good evening and good morning. So as part of today agenda, so we are more precise into this Azure SQL DBA and migrations concepts. Okay, so myself, Bhimanna Kamara, you can call me Beam. I have 15 plus years of experience as a cloud database architect. I work for 5 plus years of experience in a couple of organizations. Last 2015 onwards. Okay, so this is my all about my profiles in the certification which I did. Okay, so I'll just providing the trainings Azure and GCP and database DBA, MSSQL DB and all last 5 years. Okay, this is all about my profile. And coming to this today agenda as part of this Azure SQL DBA, I have already shared this link, course curriculum related stuff. Okay, so we're just more focusing on this Azure SQL DB with the migration concepts. Basically, initially, we are going to start, cloud computing services in the fundamentals in the module one. And the module two, basically, we are going to introduce the Azure and how it is got started, is how it is, the services got enhanced. Okay, so as on it is started 2013, but initially the um, services more precise things got started in the 2015 onwards. Okay, so you can go through this all the course content related module wise, so where we are going to do this theory and the modules labs setup and all. Okay, so we are going to end to end deliver this entire contents completely. We have around okay, so 12 modules, including the best factors in a design and implementation and all. Okay, so this is all about the course content related stuff. Okay, so before going to jump, okay, so why we should go for Microsoft Azure is basically, so as we are aware of in the public cloud prospect of we have lot of cloud vendor across the world. Okay, so we have Azure, GCP, Alibaba, IBM Cloud, Salesforce, Oracle, you know this many public cloud vendors is available, but most popular thing is AWS. Still it is in a market leader last 10 years. Okay, so but though it is got started 2013, but Microsoft is got services deliverable and pass offerings and all 2015 onwards. It is gaining the market and all. It is rapidly increasing, so that's what it is in second position. And the Google Cloud, if you guys is aware of, last 3 to 4 years back it is started, but now the market share it is also growing. Okay, so this is all about public cloud adoption in 2023 and quarter two. Okay, so so as I said, why we should go for Microsoft of Azure first of all. Okay, so as a SQL database administration guys, we are aware of this. MS SQL product is its own of Microsoft, so that it is giving more flexible offers. I worked GCP cloud as well, AWS cloud as well. Comparing to uh, other cloud vendor, Microsoft Azure is going to more benefits, more pass offerings into the Azure end. So why? Because it is one product, and comparing to other public cloud vendor, it is very cost perspective. It is very uh cheap. Okay, so that is a one thing we just need to have. Customers is going to move forward to the Azure SQL. Okay, the other aspect is .NET compatibility. So most of the applications .NET framework that going to use, and this is also Microsoft advantage to do. Okay, when you're choosing this product in the Microsoft end, basically what it is going to happen, so with the price prospect of comparing to AWS, Azure is going to give nearly the 30 to 40% of the price it is going to reduce. That it is basically we can find out with respect to cost perspectives. So the other thing is hybrid solutions connectivity. Let's say, so the customer wants to run their workloads into the on-premises to cloud. Okay, so nobody wants to go for entire. They will go and put it into the cloud. So they're going to gradually increase this, their landscape and the services in the cloud end. Okay, so that it is going to happen in a cloud perspective. Okay, so just a minute. I want to. All right. So point is here. Okay. So nobody is not going to give complete infrastructure to the cloud landscape. They'll move for first of all non-prod, then UAT environment, then they will go for the production environment. So that is the strategy normally it is going to follow. Okay. So it means indirectly the resources and the services and the servers completely they're going to maintain in a on-premises few of the workloads they're going to run, and a cloud also they're going to run few of the workloads. So that is the typically it's going to happen initially any one of the business owners. Okay, so in that case the hybrid connectivity point of, okay, so to run parallelly the business into the cloud landscape and the Azure, so Microsoft is massive services they're going to providing. Okay, so the even comparing to the AWS GCP, this is going to give simple configuration and managing of the services also it is very, and giving very flexibility the pass model. Okay, so let's say the network connectivity establishment is very critical to any organization, any IT sector. But when go for connectivity standpoint, now Microsoft giving the best suit of into the connectivity establishment. The other thing is the very very important, the enterprise agreement level. So none of the cloud vendor is not going to provide this flexibility of providing of the enterprise agreement. So Microsoft, we have 50 to 60 years back. Okay, so long since the existing customers is using for the enterprise agreement, the customers licensing factor. Okay, hey, you have licensing with you, you can avail that into the cloud landscape as well, so that let's say the direct services we are going to tweak any SQL or Azure SQL, any storage component. Okay, so with respect to SQL, if you have any enterprise existing license with you there, so that you can able to use into the cloud landscape, that it is going to reduce nearly the 45% of the cost discount. Okay, so that is the one factor most of the clients which are they're moving to this Azure cloud public cloud vendor. Okay, so that is the one thing. And integrated environment, this is going to integrate the other third party tools. See, we are not going to work any database only. So back end the database we have the storage and the monitoring, and ticketing tools, or integrating with the reporting services. So this very other flavors and the products is also available. Fog lights and red gates. So these are all integrated with Microsoft. Sorry, integration of this other environment is also it is very easy, it is compatible. It is some open source products it is already available. Utilize the free free of cost into this marketplace. Okay, and the thing is that learning of the curve into this Microsoft is very easy. We have a lot of forums, we have Microsoft documentation, so this is day to by day it is going to update. And the support prospect of comparing to other, okay, so GCP and the AWS, Azure Microsoft is going to give the best service to comparing to other vendors. So this is all about the features and the components. Okay, so we can have some benefit, so that the all cloud vendor, all enterprise customers and moving towards Azure. This is the one thing I want to share. Okay, so coming to this, uh, the market share prospect of I already share. So if it is market share is going to gain parallelly, you are going to get the opportunities lot more into this, IT sector. So if you can learn and enhance your skill, you are already, DBA, so to adapt the cloud, it is best suit, learn this Azure SQL. Okay, so I'm not denying of, other also you are good to learn the cloud, Google Cloud also. That is also give, a lot more, offers and, good packages will get. Okay, but the thing is that you just learn any one of the cloud so that you can able to easily to adopt, you can sustain into this another cloud as well. So that's what my point here. Okay. The next thing is, okay, if you can see, since we just saw that, the share, market share and all. Okay, so if you can say this, it is got started 12 years back, it is 7 years back, but comparing to the market share, these are the top three cloud vendors. Okay, so the other big advantage is, Microsoft is having the global infrastructure, in different Azure regions. Okay, so this is one of the big factor into the Microsoft 10 basically. Okay, so and we have 160 160 active data centers in across the 60 regions worldwide. Okay, so in fact in India also we have three regions. Okay, three data centers we have to utilize the services. Okay, so this is global information. This is not um, anything to specific on this basically. Okay, the infrastructure point of. And first and foremost thing, before going to pitch into this in any cloud, you would have to know this, global terminologies. We may call it as it is, anonymously all the cloud vendors, it is going to use the same sort of, terminologies. Let's say the service model, the deployment models, you would have to know that, terminologies, so that you can easily to understand things. Okay, so okay, so we have Azure and GCP, AWS and all. Okay, so what are the services offering this public cloud vendors is basically. Okay, so if you can observe here our the traditional on-premises things, how it is going to work. Okay, so since we are working in the long back, so we have networks team and the storage team, services, visualization, OS, middleware, runtime, data application. This many layers we have, and each and every component has a separate manpower is required to maintain and the manage, right? So there is a separated business unit may be maintained. Okay, so that is typical to managing of the resources as well as the services what we are going to use into the some traditional manner. When you go for the cloud, so basically there is a three flavors. Okay, so one is for the infrastructure as a service, and the platform as a service, and the software as a service. So since we are in a more focused area of Azure SQL and the migrations related stuff, so the uh, software as a service, we don't have that much of scope to enhancing, but upcoming days, maybe the other cloud vendors and Azure also, it is going to use the software as service. Coming to the infrastructure as service, basically out of these 9 layers. Okay, so networking, storage, services, visualization, tell this this 4 layers, it is going to maintain and manage by the cloud vendor. Okay, so the rest of the things, OS, middleware, runtime, data and application, you have to maintain. Okay, it means you have to deploy your application, you have to version wise upgrade your application, and the data prospect of, you just need to do your backups and restore, patching, security patching, whatever you want to do, you have to do your own. And there is no cloud vendors not going to do the task, since you are going to use this flavor in this database prospect. Okay, so let's say your database is running in a Unix platform like Linux and Ubuntu, so you'd have to take care of this OS related stuffs as well. On top of it, you are using either Oracle, SQL, MySQL, whatever. So you have to maintain that all the tasks. Let's say the task in the sense the regular task, script execution, backup, restore, patching, if you are getting any vulnerability, the security implemented, TD encryption, everything you have to take care here. Okay, so this is somewhat you may feel like on premises, but when you coming to the maintenance prospect of, you are still have your own tasks. So when it is the use case of the business use case it is going to use, then why we should go for in a cloud, completely cloud. So the business use case, let's say the any banking sector, let's say any healthcare sector. So apart from this cloud vendor providing services, they just want to go and use their own sort of customizations things and all to control the underlying OS as well as their application. This is the best suit. But coming to this cost perspective, it is a little bit cost as well. Okay, so go to this platform as a service. It's like out of 9 layers, my cloud vendor, it is going to provide you the nearly 7 layers, including the runtime, middleware, OS and all. So they're going to take in care. You don't need to bother about the backups. No need to bother about the disaster recovery, patching, alerts configuration. So everything it is going to taken care by the cloud vendor. Only you would have to focus on your data and the application. So the data itself, you just to push into this, your data into the cloud. It is going to maintain everything. So application prospect are also, you just need to take your application, deploy it to the cloud. So just leave it, you don't need to bother about versioning, deploying, taking the backups, compliance, everything it is going to take in care. So it means here it is going to reduce the maintenance prospect of nearly to the 80%. Only just 20% of the task we are going to do here. So as I said, software as a service, we don't have so that much of scope to have to do the database related task over here. Okay, this is all about cloud services offering. This is not only for the Azure, it is say as same as other public cloud vendors as well, like Azure, GCP, AWS. Okay, so coming to the service model. See, just forgot about the things. You just remember the high level terminologies. What we talked about here, the service offerings is infrastructure as service. Call it as a IaaS, and a platform as a service, PaaS, and software as a service, SaaS. Okay, so that is the one thing we just need to remember. And one more example I just want to share. This infrastructure as service, the best example is so SQL Server in Azure VM. Okay, this is one of the best example. And the platform as a service, it will comes into this Azure SQL managed instance, and we have an Azure analytics. Okay, Azure data warehouse. It will comes into the scope of platform as a services. Okay, so that is what we can able to take the best example. In software as a service, we are pretty much aware of Google Drive. So the end user somewhere it is going to maintain, but the end product you are going to utilize. Okay, so there is no things you are not aware of where it is got stored, who is going to maintain. You don't need, you are not going to see that, right? So this is best example is Office 365. Okay, so and Google Drive. So this kind of software as a service it will come. Okay, so let's come to coming to this service model and the deployment model. Basically, as we discussed just before, in infrastructure as a service, in the platform as a service, in the software as a service, right? So coming to the deployment modules. Okay, so it is not in a difficulty thing, just high level terminologies you just remember. We are going to discuss each and every component in details. Okay, so just have glance of high level thought, you just remember. Okay, so now what I want to tell here, deployment models is basically we have private cloud, community cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud. So the public cloud is basically we can have the resources in the uh, cloud vendor which is going to provide you. Okay, completely. Okay, it is a shared model. Okay, it is shared model. Let's say this is clouds, this is Azure clouds. Okay, so Okay, so what we are going to do, so as part of this uh, cloud prospect of public cloud is basically whatever the resource, let's say you are going to utilize in a storage one, let's say you are going to utilize, database one and database server. So whatever you are going to use, the services it is going to common, okay, but Axe standpoint of there is an isolation. Okay, this database I may going to use. Okay, so and if you have credentials and access, you may are also going to use in the same instance. But I cannot able to see your database. You are not able to see my database within the same instance. So it is a shared model kind of thing. A best example is public park. Okay, so the property is in our location, but everybody wants to go and take the relaxation and utilize the common features and the services. That is the best example. Okay, so when you go for the private cloud, okay, basically in the cloud landscape, the public cloud vendor is going to provide you the complete your space here. Okay, inside of your allocation space, you are going to maintain your workload like the servers, databases, storage, networking, whatever you want to maintain. Okay, so you have going to maintain it here. Okay, so you are the authorized and dedicated organization. Let's say you can consider it as here you have XYZ company, okay, XYZ organization. Okay, so this organization is authorized to access this one. So the best example is you have your own building. Okay, so duplex house, and you do have inside your home maintaining some garden. Okay, so you are the authorized person to use your garden to relax the same sort of services. Okay, so somebody else to outside of the person which we cannot able to come and relax here and do some service offerings, right? So this isn't dedicated for you only. The same thing, organization level. Okay, so this cloud vendor is going to provide you the dedicated space here, or a service offering here. Okay, so you are the authorized person to maintain your complete workloads here. Okay, so that is a private cloud. So here we just call it as a public cloud. Okay, so here we can able to call it as private cloud. This is in a public. Okay, so public, here we have in a private cloud. So uh, these are the deployment models. Okay, so then what about this community cloud? Okay, so the community cloud is basically just think about it. You have SBI debit card. Okay, you are going to withdraw the amount any of the bank. Okay, so how it is possible? Okay, but your account is integrated with other banks, etc. Okay, that is finance related. Let's say you have insurance. Okay, so you just taken the insurance one where, and you can go and take that avail of services any one of the uh, uh, private hospitals, government hospitals, right? So that is the kind of services. Okay, they're going to maintain some structure, policies. Okay, so they're going to commit the policies and all, so they're going to follow the rules. Okay, so that kind of workloads they're going to maintain the community cloud. So they're making up some community. Within the community they'll set up for rules. Okay, so when that set of the rules, who are going to agree with that, so they're in a part of the community cloud. So this is some sort of community cloud we are going to maintain. Okay, all right, so this is kind of a public private cloud and the community cloud, and then we'll go for hybrid cloud. So what is then a hybrid cloud? Basically, so there is a two things which I said initially. Okay, you have an on premises over here, and in the on premises you are maintaining some workloads, and let's say your database 100 database servers we have. Okay, in that 100 database servers you are maintaining 50 servers, like prod and UI maintaining on premises. Okay, so rest of the 50 servers you are going to maintaining as part of the private cloud. Okay, so SQL servers you are maintaining here, dev and test. Okay, dev and test. Okay, so this is kind of your services running on premises and the cloud. Okay, so this is one kind of approach. We may take the one of the example, and also we will take the one more cloud vendor. Okay, so this organization, XYZ organization, is there. Initially they are running some SQL servers in the AWS, and let's say one of the XYZ organization, XYZ, okay, org is there. Okay, so this organization, okay, this is on AWS. Okay, AWS cloud. Okay, so they are going to maintain some servers into the AWS. Okay, and some servers into the Azure. Why they will go for some servers into the AWS, and they realize that then they are going to maintain the services. It is very heavy cost. Okay, after the realization, they want to move the cloud into the Azure as well. So what I mean that the hybrid cloud. Okay, so the hybrid cloud technology is basically the workload, the services, the servers, the networking, the storage, whatever you are going to maintain application. So running the workloads on premises to cloud and the cloud to cloud. Okay, so either the ways you can able to maintaining this, may call it as hybrid cloud. Okay, again, just remember the terminologies. Okay, so what we discussed about public cloud, private cloud, community cloud, and the hybrid cloud. What we just service model we have: infrastructure as service, platform as a service, and the software as service. Got it? So this is all about the high level things. Okay, so which we are gonna discussing at this moment currently. Okay, so apart from this, what we are going to do basically. Okay, so as part of this course curriculum, we just need to go and have some information, uh, terminologies which I said, right? So you would have to know about the few of the terminology over here. Okay, so what exactly this cloud computing basically. Okay, so that is a one of the basic thing which we are going to understand. Okay, so the resources are, whether it is an application, database, storage, whatever. Okay, so instead of running your on premises, so via internet, you are going to authorize to access your services. So that is cloud computing related stuff. Okay, so apart from that, we have an Azure portal. So what is this an Azure portal? So it is a web-based interface to managing of your all resources. Okay, I just want to go and show you this, what exactly it is an Azure portal basically. Okay, if you guys will see, this is my tenant information, and here you can able to see the support and the feedback information. Here you will get in some sort of any supporting the troubleshooting related stuff we can able to see, and you can able to do customization your portal, and the notification is bar, whatever you are going to deploy the services here you can able to see, and you can learn some sort of subscriptions over here. Okay, so whatever the subscription you have, you can able to see, and also you can able to do some instead of doing GUI method, you can good to go and do some sort of things by using of the command. This is in a portal. So as a, let me share this one. So first of all, so before going to pitch into this terminologies, okay, if you want to learn the things, the best way to, okay, just rejoin after 10 minutes. Okay, so the best way to, you have subscription. What is the subscription is basically? So subscription is nothing but it is just like our authentication methodologies where you are going to run your workloads basically. Okay, so in this subscription you are going to run your workloads. I have my own subscription here. Okay, if you could say, this is my tenant ID. So to understand this one, Okay, so if you have the subscription, you can learn easily to, deploying the process, practicing the labs and all easy. Okay, so you have, free trial subscription. It is going to give us, 200 USD free. Okay, so where we need to provide some details. Okay, so we'll get, 200 USD dollar with a 30 days of period. Okay, so that is, very easy to take this one. It's basically whatever, however we're going to take our Gmail account, the same kind of approach, but only the thing is you need to add, your credit card, but that is not going to charge after 30 days as long as you are going to manually upgrade the services. Okay, so after 30 days, it is going to deactivate. So that is the only thing you can have. So what I'm going to teach here, okay, so basically we just need to take the Azure free trial subscription account. Okay, just we need to go this, URL link. We'll go and provide you this, entire um, details, step by step process. So we are going to take the free trial subscription. So this is your free trial subscription navigation. Just click on the free trial subscription. Okay, so don't go for the pay as you go. Basically, you'll go for the free trial subscription. So where it is going to ask initially your, details like your name, your location, your address, and all. Okay, so you just need to provide those details. Okay, so you just go and utilize, uh, uh, your account here, either Gmail account, Outlook account, whatever you want to do. Okay, so if you don't have, it is going to generate your, a new one also. Okay, so if you want, you don't have in a Gmail account kind of thing, if you want to generate, it is going to generate you. Let's say you can take this, okay, so it is going to generating, your Outlook details here. Okay, so let's say SQL AZ DC 2024. Okay, this is my, account where you can able to take provide your user ID password. Okay, so I just need to provide my password here. Okay, let's say just give your password, whatever you feel. Okay, so this is password. Okay, so you have to give your, uh, SQL admin 2024. So something you have to give your own name, and it is going to give the information all about here. Okay, so let's just give this. It's a very easy to take it. You have, documentation as well. Okay, so we can easily to take this one. Okay, so this is, basic information related stuff. Okay, so post the details. Okay, so it is going to ask you this, mm, step by step process you can take. Okay, free trial subscription. It is going to give your ID and all. Okay, so it will ask you the verification code, and you have to give your, a country code and all. Then after that, it is going to ask you the, your credit card information. Okay, so if you can say this, always, 25 plus always free, and, automatic charges is going to applicable as long as we are going to manually do the things. Okay, so it is step by step process. We are going to provide the document, and it is very easy. Okay, so simple thing is you just need to, have some. Okay, so this is all about the subscription related to free trial subscription. So the most important thing is, okay, so how it is going to work actually, the organizing perspective. Okay, so I just want to say this one basically. So once after you are going to take the subscription, how it is going to work. Okay, this is the portal, right? So in the portal, you are going to give your Outlook account or the Gmail account, whatever. So you are considering as a, global administrator, and you have, tenant ID. Under the tenant ID, you are going to maintain your web services, databases, VM, storage, whatever you are going to maintain, you are maintain. This is, little bit of, layman kind of terminologies, right? So in a real-time perspective, how the hierarchy structure it is going to happen. See, Just we discussed about this subscription, right? So we have, management group. So let's say you are a XYZ company. You are maintaining a multiple client. Okay. That is the one use case. Okay. Within the single client, maintaining of the multiple environments. Let's say you have a production. Uh, okay. So you have production one subscription. You can take the dev subscription within the single client also. You are going to maintain. So on top of it, we are going to manage of management group. So under the manage group, can create multiple resource group. Under the subscription, you are going to create the resource group. We will call it as resource group. What is the resource group? We will discuss in details. So the subscription is basically, okay, so you are authorized to access on behalf of your organization tenant. Okay, you are going to use this, cloud services in the subscription. Okay, under the subscription, you're going to maintaining the resource group. Okay, this resource group is why you are going to use the multiple resource group. I will tell you what exactly it is. Okay, so under this resource group, we have, storage account and a VM. Here is we have in a resource group, we have database, and in the single subscription is a resource group, and here is monitoring prospective we have. Okay, so likewise the hierarchy structure in the organization level we are going to maintain. Okay, so this is all about high level thing in the subscription standpoint of. Okay, so post why we are going to maintaining, basically the main concept is to maintain the restrictions. Okay, let's say you are something like um, administrator. Okay, so database administration, but development team, you are not going to give in high level privileged access, right? You are going to give just something like read only access, right? So the same kind of approach when you are going to maintain this um, uh, management group, subscription, okay, resource group and resources, you are going to implement the access pointer. So we may call it as role based access control. Let's see here we have high level hierarchy, owner, contributor, the reader access. Okay, let's say you are an organization tenant, you are the owner or contributor role you can place, and also the resource group level also you can able to restrict, and the resource level also you can able to restrict. Let's say you are high level authorized person in architect, you have subscription level full access. Let's say you are in a database administration, okay, you are the authorized only connect the database, so that you can able to give the restriction the resource group level, the database level. Let's say the network person is there, the application person is there, so application person not required any network database, right? So you may give this web service level access. So this is a kind of access we are going to restrict by using of management groups and resource in the resource group and the resources. This is the kind of approach where we're going to follow the access level. Okay, so this is one kind of approach. And the subscription and how we are going to take, we already discussed just before, right? So this is all about access point. So the high level thing just before what we have given, this is in a portal where we are going to select the free trial subscription. You have to provide your name, country, first name, email ID, phone number, organization, and then you have to provide your a phone number verification. It is going to happen. Then after that you have to provide your credit card details. Then you are going to entering into this subscription. Okay, so this is it's a kind of free trial subscription. Once this is done, you are going to entering into this portal basically. So this is an Azure portal where I have already exist that I'm going to use a part of this demo. Okay, so